Okay, thank you all for coming today. I know it's a little snowy out there, and we're welcoming people from around the world probably today. I'm really delighted to be here. My name's Amy Homewood, and I represent LifeVantage, and I'm an elite Pro 9, and I'll be able to explain to you what that means in a little while. But I'm more excited today than I've been ever giving a presentation because my son Eddie Leisher he's a senior in high school, and he's been watching me build my business for the last 5 years. And I haven't really pushed him in any way to get involved in the business because I wanted him to just focus on school. But he watched and observed our life and the fun I've had, and also just what we've talked about, how everything's changing in the world in terms of what it's going to be like for them, you know, as business people going out into the world, and how it's going to be for them financially. And he came to me just about 2 months ago and said, I think I want to join your business. So I want to introduce Eddie, and he's just going to say a few words, and then we're going to get into the presentation. So thanks, Eddie.
Hi, I'm Eddie. I am a Pro 1. I signed up like 3 days ago. And I want to have a good job in college. I think it'll be a great place, a great environment to grow this business. A bunch of kids who want to have money. And I think it's also a great growth opportunity. Just learn how to communicate well with people and learn how to speak publicly like I'm doing right now. And I want to have a nice apartment in college. I want to travel whenever I want to and get that Jeep. So.
Awesome. Excellent. Thank you. Good job. Great. That is why this business is so incredible, because we get to have people be able to dream and think about the possibilities of doing things a little bit differently than what normal people choose. And so I want to talk to you guys about that today. LifeVantage is a publicly traded company, and we are in the wellness sector. And I'm gonna start a slideshow. It's going to kind of bring you guys up to date where we are today. From when I started 5 years ago, and also, you know, just beginning with the history of the company. Where's my little, yeah. Great. So we are, like I said, we're a publicly traded company. LifeVantage trades on the NASDAQ. It's a $200 million company. And the company's pioneering something in the wellness sector. And that is something called Nutrigenomics and biohacking. Now that you know these words, I would encourage you to take notes. These are words you will be hearing more and more. Literally, like, they'll be household words, probably within about 5 years. Similar to like cholesterol. You know, now everybody knows what that is. Nutrigenomics is going to be something that everybody knows, just like cholesterol. Nutrigenomics is a new branch of science that talks about how nutrients and dietary components can change the expression of your genes. So we are on the forefront of this, and we are leading the way with a company called LifeVantage. And one of the reasons why I'm here on a Saturday instead of being home watching football, because I know college football's on today, is because opportunities come and go, and opportunities must be seized in the lifetime of the opportunity. And I don't think anybody can deny that. I mean, just look at Bitcoin right now. We don't know if that's really going to continue to accelerate, but we know that people that got into that, even just in the last 30 to 60 days, have multiplied their return quickly, right? So that's an opportunity you had to get in right then to seize that moment to get to 17,000 or 15 or whatever it is today. So this is something that today you can't sit on. This is a similar type of an opportunity as that. But this is something that's going to continue to go, because it's a category in science that is changing the way people age. It's going to give us new ways to age and to be able to prevent diseases in the body. When you look at how the new economy has evolved, in just the last 10 years, there are companies that weren't in business before that are now the largest companies in the world in a 10-year period. That's not the way it used to be 50 years ago. All of a sudden, within just a short period of time, 2 or 3 years, all of a sudden, it's the largest business in the world. That's because of the new economy with technology and the way that people do business. But one of the things I want you guys to think about with these companies is what their purpose of their business is. One is to make people's lives easier, right? So, you know, I went and bought stuff on Amazon yesterday that I could have gone to the store to buy, but I bought water on Amazon, had free shipping, and I thought, well, I hate carrying water. Now it's going to get delivered to my house. Airbnb, people want to go and stay in a place. They want to have a little kitchen. They want to have like a little more of an interesting, you know, experience. And guess what? They're meeting the needs of a consumer, and they're meeting the needs of a business person, which is someone that needs extra income that can rent their house out. Amazon is the same thing. It's mostly helping small businesses launch and be able to be able to exist. So small businesses, large businesses, Facebook, everybody's doing business on Facebook now. If you're not on Facebook, I know you have a lot of young people. I'm encouraging you guys to get in. There's thousands and thousands, millions of people on Facebook that you're going to want to be doing business with that maybe they're not your age. Same thing with Uber. It's meeting the needs of a consumer and then meeting the needs of an entrepreneur at the same time. Are you guys with me? Yep. And that is what we're talking about. It's the way people buy things and the way people want stuff to come to them with ease because of all the traffic and all the crap that we have to go through on a daily basis. Social commerce business. It's networks of customers and networks of entrepreneurs. That's what those businesses are. So when you think about how you're going to position yourself in business in the future, unless you're utilizing a business that has this kind of a model, you're really missing something in the economy that you can be capturing. So, and especially the ability to use technology to run your business. So from your phone, everybody knows that most people in the world today, even in Africa, they have phones. Now, within 10 years, maybe sooner, if you can't run your entire business from your phone, your business will be obsolete. So you think about whatever business you're in or the business that you're going to go into. And if, Mark, Leisher, if you can't run it from your phone, you're probably not going to be able to be successful, because this is how we're going to be doing business in the future. So how are you positioning yourself in this economy to be able to capture that? And that is the question of the day. It doesn't matter whether you do LifeVantage with us, but think about what your possibilities are in business. And I'm telling you, I'm giving you information today about the health and wellness sector, which is the next trillion-dollar industry. It's the fastest growing sector in the economy, and is supposed to be now the $600 billion industry, the next trillion-dollar industry in the United States. 600 billion within the next 10 years. We thought it was 300 billion, it just got doubled, literally by ABC News the other day. So this is where the fastest growth is wellness, anti-aging, food, social commerce, direct sales, the way people buy stuff. So again, if you're a bricks and mortar business, or you want to just set up a yoga studio, like I talked to someone the other day, he's in fitness. He goes, I want to have a whole bunch of fitness studios. I'm thinking to myself, why would you want to do that? What? I mean, that's okay, but you're going to have to go there every day, make sure there's employees cleaning it and doing all this other stuff. And it's a different type of business. But if you're going to do that, also integrate something like this into your business, so you can actually have products that are going to be drop shipped to people's houses. The other thing that we want to look at is, and I know it's different for young people because you guys aren't at high noon like an older person might be. High noon is where you are right now isn't working, and you have to make a change. So you're looking for something to change your life financially. You need a business opportunity because what you're doing isn't going to work. So when we meet people, we want to know where they are right then, because we don't want to waste our time. Just imagine you started Uber and you were going to go around and talk to people that don't even have a driver's license, right? You would never do that. You're only going to talk to people that have a driver's license who are going to sign up for Uber. Are you guys with me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Right? So we want to make sure they have a driver's license. They're looking for a business opportunity right now. And when you're young and you're 18 years old, you're thinking, I don't necessarily need a business opportunity, but guess what? You know how many people there are out there that do? They're getting financial aid. They're borrowing money to go to college. They're going to have to pay that back. Well, how are they going to do that? So let's give them something they can do while they're in college to make some extra money. And we're going to give them a system that works for all of us. It's the same for everybody. There's people of all ages that are open to this. So even if you're an 18-year-old, you could be at high noon that when I graduate from college, I'm going to give you guys some statistics right now, just from 2017. And one of them's right here. Millennials. Okay, millennials had one third of all poverty-stricken U.S. households. That's not a very good statistic, is it? 1/3 of poverty-stricken households. Nearly half of working age men not in the labor force take opioids daily. Is that a good statistic? Why do you think that is? People aren't working, right? They don't have jobs, they've got problems. They start getting addicted to drugs. 97 million workers are living paycheck to paycheck. The population of the United States is like 315 million people. 97 million people live paycheck to paycheck, okay? Not good. 700 million of unpaid mortgage balances in the Harvey and Irma, just in those two areas, okay? So Vitamin World went into bankruptcy, organizing 345 leases. Bricks and mortar businesses are dead. I'm giving you guys these statistics because this is reality of where we are today. And I think it's really important for us to get clear on setting a platform that direct sales is a legitimate business and in the economy that we're in today. And I really want to hammer home on that because so many people are very skeptical about direct sales and they think network marketing is a scam, it's a pyramid scheme. And I was just telling somebody earlier that came a little early today that it's really not going to be, is this network marketing? When somebody asks me a question like that, I say, yeah, it is. Which one are you in? Which network marketing company are you in? They're like, I'm not in one. Well, everyone's got to be in one because every single thing out there is going to be sold either online or it's going to be sold this way. So you might as well just get with the program that this is a very serious business opportunity. And when you reject information you don't know anything about, that's ignorance. So I'm going to share with you guys real information about something that we have that is the fastest growing opportunity in the wellness sector that you will find today, right now, just like Uber was when it started. It's called Nutrigenomics. And again, it's plants and dietary components that change gene expression in the body. It's all about genetics. Has anybody heard of Ancestry.com, 23andMe? Everybody's testing out their genome to see where they're from and what Australopithecine or, have you guys done that yet? We did that. We've all done it. People are interested in this right now because they want to know their DNA, but it goes so much deeper than that because you can use that information to help your health. And Dr. Perlmutter, who's one of the most famous authors in this sector right now, he's a neurologist, talks about that everything you do, food is medicine. Everything you put in your body has a consequence to it. Everything from moment to moment changes the expression of our genes. And only 2% of your genes are coded. The other 98%, they're not coded. They can completely do whatever you want them to do by what you do to them. So this is all new data, you guys, and people are going to want to know about this. They don't know about this yet. This is still stuck in, Cambridge University with PhDs studying molecular biology. This is not out to the world. We just happen to be with a company that's pioneering this that ended up with product and products that nobody understood when they were sold in stores. So they had to move them into a network so people could explain them to you because we're still way ahead of the rest of the world. In this conversation of biohacking, where we're looking in the health space where we can crack the code to your DNA. We're literally going to change the expression of your DNA moment to moment by taking certain supplements and plants that are proven to do that in clinical studies on humans. So this is called a disruption. This is disrupting this sector of $600 billion sector, which is now going to be where we have the most important product. And I'm going to talk to you guys about the product that is the most potent at changing gene expression. And John Quinones, a 7-time Emmy Award-winning investigative reporter, did a report on this company when it first launched its product in 2005, and then they put it into stores after this report aired. I'm going to show you guys this information. It's a little antiquated, but it's really important because it does help to understand how the science works on this.
Who doesn't? Well, it's no longer science fiction, but science possibility, a potential breakthrough. As I found out firsthand, there may be a way to erase years, at least inside my body. Granted, it's down the road, but some scientists are wondering if a new pill I took might offer a very long life. It may not look like the fountain of youth, but inside this nondescript building, I'm about to become part of an exciting experiment, a kind of guinea pig. I can record, okay. I'm here at the University of Colorado in Denver to meet Dr. Joe McCord, a world-renowned scientist. This is a pretty exciting stuff you're finding.
It is. We're very excited about it.
His latest research could very well unravel the mystery of aging itself. And his decades of experiments may have the potential of adding years to people's lives and possibly prevent chronic diseases like cancer, diabetes, and heart disease. It all centers around this small yellow pill, and for me, it begins with a blood test.
It
wouldn't be the first time I've given blood for this company. They want to check my levels of something called T-bars, which is a rough indicator of a person's actual age. T-bars can identify a condition known as oxidative stress, a kind of measure of the wear and tear on our bodies. Oxidative stress, like the rusting of an engine, is not a good thing.
Bad for the body,
Leading to disease.
leading to disease and leading to malfunction, and importantly, leading to what we call aging. It is a slow progression of increasing oxidative stress. That's the main characteristic biochemically of the aging process.
The problem of aging begins with the very food we eat to give us energy. As our cells burn that food, they also release toxic chemicals. Those chemicals, you may know them as free radicals, react with all the components of our cells, literally bombarding them millions of times per second, damaging all our cells. The result? Oxidative stress, and we all have it. The body fights back with a system of defenses. It makes two antioxidant enzymes, catalase and SOD, whose job is to gobble up the free radicals before they can harm our cells. But as we get older, some of those toxic radicals overwhelm our enzymes and wreak their havoc. For a long time, scientists thought that antioxidant vitamins like C and E would lower it, but they don't.
And it's turned out in just the last 5 years or so, we see that they're not good enough tools. They're not powerful enough.
But this pill, he says, is powerful enough. In fact, many times more powerful. So, doctor, how often do I take these? And so, here I go. With that swallow, I've just become part of a potentially landmark scientific experiment. Don't taste bad. It's called Protandim, and tests on both mice and humans have already shown that it revs up the manufacture of those good enzymes in our bodies. More enzymes, fewer free radicals to harm us. Whether that will lead to longer life is still unknown. Experiments to see if mice live longer are about to get underway, but it's a tantalizing theory.
Right now, all we know is that this preparation decreases oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is not a disease, just like aging is not in itself a disease, but it's something that accompanies and is attached to many disease processes.
Have you discovered the fountain of youth?
I wouldn't put it that way, but we may have discovered something that will tell us a lot more about how we age, what happens biochemically, and maybe how we can slow it down. And so you can see the age-related.
Normally, oxidative stress, measured by those T-bars, increases with age. But in Dr. McCord's tests, taking just one pill of Protandim a day reversed that trend for everyone at every age, even for an 80-year-old.
They all are reduced to the level of oxidative stress that one would expect, frankly, in a newborn or a very young child.
Back to the oxidative stress levels of a child? It sounds too good to be true. Will Protandim work on me? Well, perhaps. It turns out there is some other promising evidence that seems to back up Dr. McCord's findings. That evidence comes from mice that have been genetically engineered to produce more catalase, one of the enzymes that Protandim increases. The researcher, Dr. Douglas Wallace of the University of California at Irvine, says it had a remarkable effect.
We found that they lived, in fact, about 20% longer, which is about a fifth of a lifespan.
He believes that with better techniques, human lifespan can eventually be extended too.
We might be able to increase the lifespan of a mammal by 50%. And of course, if that was a human being, then that might be in the order of 130 to 150 years.
The scientific evidence is there. The pieces seem to make sense. The question is, does this translate into something that humans can take advantage of?
So just what's in this seemingly incredible pill? Well, actually, its roots are very humble. Protandim is a combination of 5 plant ingredients. Some you may know: green tea or turmeric, a spice used in Indian cooking. Others, Withania somnifera and Xylibum marianum, are more exotic.
There's a huge human experience.
So there are a lot of updated videos, but this was a huge opportunity for the company. And you can't imagine what happened after this aired. The company was a little online company with 4 employees. $5 million in orders attempted to be placed by people trying to get in touch through ABC News to get Protandim. So it was a little bit of a disaster for the company, but they knew they had interest. They knew they had interest. So then they put it into retail, no advertising. This was probably a year later, ended up getting it into 10,000 pharmacies around the United States. And people still had no idea what it was. And it was sold as an antioxidant, which it is not. It is an activator, and I'm going to explain that to you in a minute. But because we have some young folks listening and that are going to be listening as well with this recording and some in the room, one of the statistics is, and Daniel just told me, who's a holistic health practitioner and also just a guru in genetics, that 250 pounds of chemicals every single day are sold per person, are used in the United States for all the products that we're using, between our deodorizers, our fertilizers, our plastics, all of the things that make up everything around us. 250 pounds per day per person. Now, all of that causes oxidative stress in the body, and oxidative stress is absolutely the worst thing that can happen to a cell, because it causes what's called cell death. And when cells die, everything starts to break down, and we cannot get away from all of these chemicals. And this is one of the reasons why we have so many issues with our kids with autism, ADHD, and all of the other learning issues, is because there are mutations happening to the body. And the government has actually acknowledged that cancer is caused from chemicals, not from diseases, from the inherited diseases of your DNA. So if you want to look that up, that's actually a fact. They're not promoting it, but the chemicals in our society are causing cancer. And we have got to start this at a very young age to protect our kids from DNA mutations. So I think we can all appreciate that. I want to show you a really short video. I'm not going to play the whole thing, just because we do have young people, on what about the new economy and really where we are in the economy today and why this business is such a great opportunity.
It's changing faster than ever. What used to take decades is now taking years or even months.
What you see right now is the illusion that people have had for many decades, and about the workplace being a secure place to work the rest of your life. First time in the history of our nation, our children will not do so as us.
We've seen our friends get laid off. We've been laid off. We've had our pay cut.
People are overworked, underpaid. They seem to have less time and less freedom. They live under constant pressure. This is going to be forced. And so even if your employer loves you, you may have to cut you. There's something wrong. That on Monday morning, the heart attack rate increases by 35%. Technology is accelerating, job security is declining. It just doesn't seem like the old models of making a living are as reliable as they used to be. Every aspect of our lives, there's a better way out there, but we're still doing it the old way. We live in the greatest country on the planet, and there are a lot of people sitting around complaining and being cynical.
Like, everyone's whining about this old model of it. I'm like, why don't you leave it? Look at all this over here. Look at all this opportunity.
Since so much of our lives revolve around our work and the way we make our living, many people are thinking there just has to be a better way. The biggest challenge facing our world today is not making money, is what are we going to do with all of this place unemployed people?
People are afraid that they're going to make the wrong decision. People are afraid of the unknown. People are afraid that maybe I don't have the skills.
Hey, sports fans. Industrial age is dead over. It's dead. It's dying. That's why going to school to get a job is an obsolete idea. A steady paycheck is an industrial age idea.
Imagine what your world would look like if you.
So that is what gets me motivated. It really, really does, because I saw that. I see that. I've been in the insurance business. I've been dealing all with closely held business owners for 30 years, dealing with people who own businesses, bricks and mortar businesses. And as successful as they can be, which is the multi-millions, Even with that, they do not have any time freedom. They have painted themselves into a corner. Even though they have wealth, they don't have any time. So there is, because of the technology and the way that the world has changed, there is a better way to do business today. And it's the way that I'm doing it. I believe this is it. I think I found something that people can participate in and have the time freedom that they want to run their businesses from their phones, from their homes, from their cars, from wherever they want to be. And the company is LifeVantage. LifeVantage, as I told you, is a public company, trades on the NASDAQ. The stock value is around, I think it's listed around $5 a share right now. It's been, all over the place. It's had reverse mergers. It's been a wild ride. Let's just put it that way. But it's absolutely incredible stock. And I'm not making stock tips, but you guys want to follow this and take a look at it, because when this company is $1 billion company, which right now we're at 200 million, this will be $100 stock. That will be what it will be valued at, and right now it's $5. So you guys can look at the Bitcoin and all this other stuff, but I'm telling you, this thing's going to go to $1 billion because there's people like me very focused on this that are very dedicated to helping other people do this with them. And we have developed a product called Protandim, and I have it in the back, and that's what we talked about on that news report. It's the only supplement in the world. Remember those mice in that little cage? Well, that study was being done. Well, guess what? The study was completed, and it's the only supplement in the world proven to extend life, period. Do you understand what I just said? In a mouse. Now, we can't wait for it to be tested in humans because we'll all be dead by then to see how long we all live. I don't want to wait until I'm 80 years old to find out that I should have taken it. It extended life, and no other supplement did, and they've been testing this at the National Institute of Health right down the street since 1999. They've been testing things like resveratrol, which is from the red wine, right? Omega-3s, which everybody should be taking. They've been testing green tea, turmeric, all these amazing things that everyone should be using. But individually, none of those things extended life. The only thing that did was Protandim, period. Okay? That is enough information to take our company to $1 billion right there. And it's a safe, all-natural, raw, vegan, gluten-free product. And everybody, including children, should be taking this. Now, I can't make any claims around kids because it's not labeled for children, but it's very safe, and you can talk to your doctor about it. But it's just plants that are grown in nature. It's like going to an Indian restaurant and having curry for dinner. It's just having it in the right dose that changes gene expression to make you live longer. So that is our main flagship product. We do have a line of other products. This is proven in human studies. We have 23 published studies at NIH, which again, the National Library of Medicine, which is the largest resource database in the world for peer-reviewed research, has 23 published studies on Protandim. So there aren't any other supplements that have anything like that. There aren't any supplements that have any studies. They're very, very few and far between. So when you start looking at this, you're going to see something very different. We're not telling you you have to be a scientist and you have to go out there and do a lot of research, but just know that the research is there, so you can take this to anybody. You can take this to scientists from MIT, from all over, because those people know that oxidative stress is what kills people. It's connected to over 200 diseases. 200 different diseases. All the ones you don't want to get are connected to oxidative stress. So this is where another word you're going to want to learn. You've got Nutrigenomics, biohacking, and then you have NRF2. And I don't want to give a whole science lesson today, but I want you to write these down. NRF2 is a transcriptional protein. Again, this will be something that will be mainstream, NRF2 activation. Transcriptional protein that changes gene expression in the body. It turns up the good genes and it turns down the bad ones. That's all you need to know. Its job inside of every cell is to turn up the genes that make enzymes that protect your cell from oxidation. Oxidation is from oxygen rusting your body. Got it? That's all it does. It turns the good genes up and the bad genes down. That's all you need to know. And when you do that, you protect your DNA. You get your DNA from mutating, which is what causes all the cancer, diabetes, heart disease, autism, Epstein-Barr, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's disease, multiple sclerosis, fibromyalgia, all the diseases that you don't want to get, okay, are because of DNA mutations. So we are in 5 different sectors at our company now in this giant wellness economy. We have anti-aging through our wellness nutraceutical pill, which is Protandim. We have a couple of other products that are pills. We have a weight loss product that is, and Eddie showed me some of these people, he's going to be using a lot of social media. He already has the top bloggers that like make millions of dollars just by, and they don't know about fat burn yet. They don't have that on there. We have a fat burn product that in double-blind studies is proven to burn visceral fat in humans. Literally change nothing. Take a couple pills, all natural. Chlorogenic acid makes you burn visceral fat. All those people should be sitting there with a pill of physique on there. So timing and trends, how to recognize a business opportunity. And then I'm going to go right into the compensation plan and how you get involved in our company. Timing and trends. Now, I think there's some real estate mortgage people. I just heard some heads, saw some heads shaking earlier. I don't know if that's true. But timing and trends are so important in every business. Look at real estate, right? You've got timing in the market. It's good, or it's a buyer's market, it's a seller's market. You have trends, how people want to live. Where we are right now in the wellness sector, it's called a wellness revolution. It's literally a powder keg that's about to explode because everybody wants solutions. Even doctors are fed up with just giving people a pill because they know it's not going to work in most people. It might work for a little while. It's not getting at the root cause of the disease. So we have an opportunity to be in this sector right now. The company, we're still at the beginning. I'm going to talk about that. Our products, they're all scientifically validated. They're for every age. Kids will love this. Everybody wants to be healthier, have more vitality, have more brain function, all of that. And then our system, which is how we work together, and you're seeing some of that with the webinar. We have people from around the country. We have people sitting in a room. We also have a culture, which is bringing in people that are very high, I would say high vitality. People that really want a better life. They want more freedom. They want to be financially successful. They want to help others. They're servant leaders. They want to go out and help as many people as they can with their health and their money. And then the compensation plan is how do we get paid in this? So this is just some data, and I'll make these slides available to you guys. Like I said, we were sold through pharmacies. We switched gears in 2009. So we're in year 8 now. Basically, end of 2009. We're in our 8th year of being in direct sales. We went from 3 million when we were in stores to 200 million. We have there's a business cycle in every company. Right now we're at a very low, we're still in the formulation stage of the company. So we're still at the early stages of this. We have patents to protect our products. We have the team of leaders from our CEO to all through the company. We were voted the #1 company to work for in Utah from the employees. Is that good? Is that a good thing? People like working where they work. They're happy. And we have more and more data every single day, which is why this is a trend. There's more research coming out every day on oxidative stress and all the conditions it's attached to. And that's what Protandim, our main product, that does 70% of all our business, reducing oxidative stress. And we only have maybe 300,000 people just taking this right now in the whole world. That's like the population of Rockville, okay? That's it. That's it. And only 60,000 of them are distributors. So this is where we are in the life. Every company, and for you guys that are just young people getting started in business, every company has a life cycle. When you get to stabilization, you're just like a Coca-Cola or Palmolive. You had your growth. Now you've like stabilized. Maybe you grow at like 3 or 4% a year. Starbucks is actually at that place right now. We're still down here, the formulation stage of the company. We're still at the beginning stages of the company. And the reason for that is because we don't have enough people talking about this yet. There just aren't enough people. There's something called a tipping point where 5% of the population hears about something, and then all of a sudden they start talking about it, and it's just like a domino effect. But we don't have that yet. We don't have that yet. So we still have an incredible opportunity from a business perspective because we can still attract people to be business owners with us. Later on, people will just be customers because they'll be kind of like, oh, I heard about this, but now I want to buy it. Because I've heard about, some people need to hear about something 5 or 6 times and then they try it. Like how many of you guys went on Facebook the minute it started? Anybody in here just sign up right away? Probably not, right? No, you did the minute it came out. It was called the Facebook. You were that early.
No,
okay.
No.
So, usually took a couple years. Oh, I guess I'll get on there. Or Instagram. You guys move faster. Now you hear about something, boom, boom, boom. Twitter, whatever. We are still down here. This is good. This is good. We haven't used social media yet. We're just starting to now. So once we hit critical mass, we get to 500,000, we're going to start going into momentum, and that's when the thing explodes. So we just aren't there yet. So this is a really good business opportunity for people that want to be involved in something that's going to grow really, really fast if they put their time in. So I don't want to go through all of this because we don't have enough time, but I do want to, this is one of the distributors in the room, Daniel Braffman, came up with the word quantum biology. Now, he didn't make up quantum, he didn't make up biology, but he put those two words together. Have you guys heard about quantum physics? You know, it's totally a little bit out there, but this is a word you might want to use. If somebody says, well, what business are you in? I'm in the quantum biology business. What does that mean? It means that your body is so much more powerful than you ever imagined. It is an absolutely magnificent machine that you're going to be able to regulate. You're in charge of your body. You eat broccoli, you eat blueberries, you eat turmeric and milk thistle, you're going to be able to change gene expression, and it's going to be proven. So you're in that business, and you're one of the first people that's ever used that word, because probably 100 people know this right now. And Daniel's been using it. He shared it with me, and now there's more people that know about it. But it's very cool. These are some of the universities that have done our research. We have over 50 studies that have been funded and initiated. 23 have been published. Here's our line of products. Here's some of the price points and everything. I wish I had time. If you guys are interested, I can send you a video that goes through all the products, and it just explains what everything is. These are our flagship main products here. There's like a daily stack that we have called a Vitality Stack, which is what everybody should be taking. And so when people get involved in the business, again, we're so early in this that most people that see this, they want to become a distributor. It's just a different way of being a customer. It's a way that you can join and still use the products and get them wholesale, but you can also make money if you talk to somebody about this and you work with us. And we're looking for leaders. We are looking for business owners that want to get to the top of this company, because there's still so much room there. And you have to join with a pack if you want to be one of those people. These are the 3 packs. They're basically the same, but for the amount of product that you get in the pack. And there are some VIP benefits to the 2 larger packs. The Platinum pack does give you a different experience as a business owner. So we do encourage people to go with that. Plus it has 2 of everything, actually more. It's got, you know, some of the weight loss and the protein powder and things like that. So that's how those work. And then we get paid about 6 different ways, okay, depending on where you are in your rank. But when you start, there's a commission that you can earn when you enroll a customer or a distributor, and that's a 40% commission based on a point system. So, like these values here, because there are other things in there besides product, the company only pays commission on product. Legally, that's all they can do. So when you see the commissions here, actually, I've got this cut down a little bit. It's $400 for a Platinum pack, and it's a 40% commission. So what's the point value of a Platinum pack if it's a $400 commission? 1,000 points, right? So it's 1,000 points. So point for point is what you're gonna be able to earn commission on, and that's the first month that somebody buys something. Now, when they buy something, whether they're a customer or distributor, they have a direct relationship with the company now, and they're permanently embedded in the computer under you. So they can't go anywhere. No matter when they buy or what they do, you're going to get paid on that order every time they order something in the future. That's a good thing, right? So now what happens is the second month, after they have ordered the first month and you got paid 40%, the next month, they're going to order something on what's called a subscription. So each month, it's like a subscription agreement. They can change it anytime they want to. But what we're assuming in this chart is that you have 5 people who became distributors in your organization. And there's you at the top. Just 5 people joined as distributors. There's probably going to be a lot of customers in there too. They're not on the chart. The next month that they order something, you're going to earn 2% on whatever they order. The people that you personally enroll are on your first level. You're going to earn 2%. Now, the company wants to encourage you to work with your people to help them grow their business. So they're going to pay you more deeper down in your business to help you work with them and to encourage you to do that. So the second level, you're going to earn 5% on whoever's on your second level. Every order that they place forevermore is going to come in, and you're going to get paid on that. Now, these people, if they're distributors, We're going to help them duplicate what you just did because you brought in 5 people, which is what we want you to do. You can bring in as many as you want on your front level. You want to have 5, you want to have a minimum of 3, but if you have 5, you can go all the way to the tippy top of the company and make every dollar available. So we want to make sure you have 5, and we want everyone else to do the same thing. And what we're assuming on this chart is that every person has a $200, what they call personal volume each. That's all they have to worry about is $200 each. They're going to buy 200 or they're going to go get customers that spend 200. They don't personally have to spend $200. They have to have $200 of volume between what they buy and what their customers buy. Does that make sense to you? Their distributors that they have, that's different. That's different. That's group volume. Personal volume is what you're buying and what your customers are buying. And you have to have 200 every month to get the biggest check in the company. Why are you saying 4?
No, I'm just saying that the one thing you have to have is.
Yeah, they have to have a $40, you have to have a 40-point order out of the 200. So that's a bottle of Protandim, basically. The company wants to make sure everybody's buying something. So to be an active distributor, you have to have that $40 yourself, and you can have 160 from customers to offset it. But from a business perspective, I am telling everybody to just have a $200 auto ship and forget about you. You're going to go get your customers, but use the products, have some product on hand, grow your business, have a $200 auto ship. And if you do that, everyone's business is going to be huge. This is not about you. It's about teaching everybody else to do the same thing so we all make money and we all help people succeed. So on this chart, we're assuming 200 each, and you just see the duplication. There's 125 people on the 3rd level, 625 on the 4th, 3,125 on the 5th, and these are where the checks start to become very significant. And this is very, very real. This is absolutely 100% happening to hundreds of people in the company right now, and I'm one of them. Huh, interesting. I wonder if it was because of the Zoom. There we go. Okay, so here is what's called an earnings claim statement. Now, we are a public company, so we must send out to our shareholders and to Wall Street analysts how much money we brought in revenue and how much money we paid out to distributors in commissions. We have to do that every year. Most companies don't have to do that. Just so you know, if you have some network marketing opportunity where somebody brings it to you, they don't know what people are earning. So this is really cool because we get to see if people are making money in this company. So what you see are ranks from just when somebody signs up, and remember Eddie said I'm a Pro 1. A Pro 1 has 1,000 in volume. A Pro 2 has 2,500 in volume. That's not listed here. A Pro 3 has 5,000 in volume. What that is your whole group's volume. Remember I showed you the chart, you got 5 people, you got 125, you got da-da-da. Again, it starts going down. A Pro 4 is 10,000 in volume. Pro 5 is 20,000 in volume every month. 50,000 every month. Pro 7's 100,000. Pro 8's 200,000. Pro 9's 500,000. Pro 10's $1 million. And then above that, it gets to 2 million and then to 5 million per month. We do have people at this higher rank. We have a few of them because we're still so early in this. We only have a few. We do have 13 Master Pro 10s that are making on average about $100,000 a month right now. They are just all working full time on this business still. They could be sitting on Tahiti with their toes in the sand, but they're not. They're still working because they're going to absolutely have a huge impact on the company to get it to $1 billion, and they're on their financial security forever. So these are the averages. So I have hit the rank of Elite Pro 9 about a year ago, and I was having no experience in this industry whatsoever of network marketing. Just so you guys know, about 80% of the people didn't have any experience at all in the business, okay? So that are coming into this because it's kind of a different kind of company. Because of the products we have a lot of doctors, a lot of lawyers, we have a lot of very successful people that see this and go, oh my gosh, this is gonna be huge, I'm gonna participate. Plus they're just people that are just at high noon, they're looking for something different. So you really can, and you see the minimums and the maximums. So not everybody is at those are the averages. It depends on how your business is built, okay? you know, everybody's business is a little bit different. But the point is that this is real money, and this is going to continue to go up as the business grows in value, because there's more and more growth. The company, we get paid globally throughout the world. So this is a little chart that I want to show you guys. I have some people who have looked at this company and said, how can I get to the top as fast as possible? Like this whole, it took you 4 years, that's too long for me. I want to get there. I have somebody, well, he's sitting over there. Who's the fastest, when somebody says, who's the fastest person to Protandim? When somebody asks you that question, that's a good question to hear from somebody, isn't it? Who's the fastest person? Because I don't want to beat him. Well, I have a couple people in the company. I actually have one that did get to that rank in, I think, about 9 months to the top of the company. She didn't maintain it, but she got there really fast. And now she's working to maintain that. Because when you grow really, really fast, see, you want that to be an auto ship. You want that whole volume to be that 200 multiplied every month. That's what you really want. But when you're bringing new people in 1,000 of, let's say, per pack, right? You can grow your business really fast when you just do the math on that. So what this shows is one new distributor a month. If you want to get to the top of the company in a year, everyone gets one new person a month. So you get one, month one, you get one, and you bring one with you. Okay? You sign up with a platinum pack. That's not even in this. We're assuming that you're doing a 500-point order, just for simplicity. Everyone does 500 instead of 200. So if you don't want to do 500 yourself, you go out and you get enough customers. You get 5 people that spend $100 each. You place an order for $40, and now you have 540. You've done your job. That's your responsibility in this plan. And then the next month, you each do the exact same thing. You get one person, 500 each, right? Now you've got 2,000 because you have 4 people doing 500. Does this make sense to you? Then you do another month, everybody gets one, and at the end of a year, you have 2,048 people, which is not a lot. I have thousands of people in my organization. 2,048 people, each doing 500, and you're at $1 million in volume as a Pro 10. This is not a typical, this does not reflect a typical scenario because nobody's done this yet, this way. But doesn't this seem pretty simple? When you have products like this that people are going to want to take every single day, why not just do this? Why not have this be your plan? So this is something I set forth at the beginning of the year. I found a couple people that wanted to do it, but it doesn't always work out exactly the way you want it to, because you got to put your head down and get this done, no matter what it takes. So this is what's so exciting about our industry, is that we have the possibilities of doing things like this. When you have products like this that are scientifically validated in the next trillion-dollar industry, you're at a really unique place in business as an opportunity. So I just want to say thank you. The opposite of courage in our society is not cowardice, it's conformity. And most people really do conform. Unfortunately, it's just kind of the way we're taught and raised, you know, to be quiet, sit, you know, don't make any noise. My mother used to say, children should be seen and not heard. So that was nice. Thanks, Mom. I don't know if you guys remember that one. So I just want to turn this off. And I wanted to say thank you. Thanks to everybody that was, you know, watching this today and also seeing the recording. And I hope that I've made a compelling argument to why I chose LifeVantage and why Eddie chose to participate with me in LifeVantage. I wish I could tell you about all the other products that are incredible for younger people. We have Axio, we have an Omega-3, we have our Nerf 1, Nerf 2. We have some incredible products, and I can be happy to send you guys our product presentation as well. So thank you very much for being here today. Thank you.